India has become the third largest ecosystem for startups globally. The Indian unicorns are flourishing in the fast-paced and dynamic economy. These days, lots of youngsters aspire to become entrepreneurs, but most of them lack experience and expertise. Today, we have with us Satwik Swain, a young entrepreneur who has carved a niche for himself. Let's meet and talk with him. Mr. Swain, welcome to our show.
Well, thank you.
Being a student from Utkal University, how was your journey so far and how did you enter into the field of business?
Actually, I'm a electrical graduate, engineering graduate. So my graduation completed in 2002. After that, actually, before my graduation completed 2001, my father expired. So we had a Sikh industry. So that industry was actually devastatingly damaged in 99 super cyclone. After that, my father expired. So that unit was sick. So we were manufacturing actually low carbon ferroalloys, and that unit was actually having a lot of liabilities, more than 4.5 crores of liabilities. After my engineering, I just took over that unit and we just closed that unit. We started new venture. Because I was an electrical engineer, so I thought of to do something electrical into electrical. So I thought of let us manufacture lighting poles. So because urbanization is going on and cities are developing. So electrical lighting poles, designers poles is having its own market. So and Odisha in particularly, there is no such unit at that time. So we thought of let us start manufacturing electrical poles for roadway and pathway garden lighting poles. So this is how I came into business.
So, how do you see the future of electrical engineering in Odisha?
The electricity is always there, it's a part of life, and lighting is also part of life. So recently, after 2010, Odisha has developed like anything. And all the cities, you can say Bhubaneswar, Cuttack, Sambalpur, Rourkela, Angul, you can say any name of the cities are developed right now and developing also. So the requirement of poles are always there. And other than cities, there are a lot of parks are coming up, lot of good properties are developing, lot of good, hotels are coming up, resorts are coming up. Those are having lot of, big market in Odisha right now. So there are a lot of scope for this product, and we are doing good since last 10-15 years.
So, if we want to ask you, what is the USP of your product? How you will define it?
We are a very unique product, right? We are only one brand in Odisha. You can say only Slicks is our brand name. So we are only brand designer pole manufacturer in Odisha. So we are having our own market, and we are market leader, you can say, in Odisha. So our poles are there you can find everywhere, almost everywhere in Odisha, on all major parks, roads, street lighting, Bhubaneswar station, Khordha station, in Cuttack, Rourkela, Sambalpur. You can find our poles everywhere. So our market is good,
So, at present, the startups are growing in India. So, how do you see the future of startups in Odisha in particular?
Now, startup, it's a unique idea which is having marketability is startup. So, startup, people nowadays every now and then wants new thing, something new, something innovative. You are getting bored for everything in less one month, or you can say in a quarter. So people wants new, and today's generation is filled with ideas, So startups always having potentials to grow, and in particularly Odisha, yes, we need to develop our ecosystem in startup field, but still, I strongly believe that there are a lot of scope in Odisha, and startups will definitely come up in a very big way.
So, according to you, what are the issues that are concerning for the business sector in Odisha?
Now, marketing is a big issue in Odisha because Odisha is not a, it's a producing state, we know, but it's only for mining, and mostly Odisha is a consuming state. So, and Odisha, the economy of Odisha is not that higher that people are people are not that much capable to buy anything. So, Odisha is a little, less in marketing. So, majorly the startups or MSMEs, they want a big market to sell. Yes, government is a big buyer, but still there are a lot of things which actually government needs to think about it to support the local MSMEs and startup and buying material from them.
Being the Honorable General Secretary of OSPI, so what are the challenges that the MSME sector is facing in Odisha under the present regime or the present situation?
Odisha, normally MSMEs have two problems: marketing and finance. Finance, nowadays bankers are though very aggressive, but many people doesn't have that much of credential to get that much of fund actually what they want. But there are some constraints. You have to give collateral security and all, because people don't have that much of collateral security with them. Out of them, a bank will give finance. That is a major constraint. And Odisha don't have that angel investing system or private financing. That much of market Odisha is yet to develop. And the second part is your market. As I was telling, market is a big constraint in Odisha. Yes, there are few sectors which Odisha is doing very well. Like food sector, Odisha is doing very well because food is always, always there will be a demand in food. So other than food, there are other sectors which are having good market, but still, I think market is a challenge in Odisha.
So, which is the one particular sector that needs more attention in Odisha?
MSME sector is one of the sectors in Odisha which needs a constant, focus. Because other than agriculture and industry, MSME is one of the largest employment generator. MSMEs are the backbone of any country's economy, and MSMEs are doing very well in other states. And Odisha, there are a lot of potential, but still we have to do a lot of things in Odisha to give focus and for development of this sector.
How is the Odisha government supporting the MSME sector?
Right now, government is very proactive in industries and development of industries, getting new, investments in Odisha. A lot of outside players are coming to Odisha, but still there are a lot of things we have to do for MSME sector. MSME sector is in, it's in growth still, but there are a lot of things which actually needs to be done. Government is very proactive currently, but still, policies are yet to come. There are a lot of things which we think that implementation part is a big challenge. Though there are a lot of good policies right now we are having, but still the implementation is a big challenge. Various departments don't follow those guidelines and policies. So that's a big challenge for government to implement their own policy. And I think market, as I have said, marketing support needs always there. Government is a big buyer, and government should purchase from local MSMEs. Government should protect their own industry by giving them handholding support.
So we have seen that many big industries are coming in Odisha. But what about the downstream or the ancillary industries? They are not up to the mark in Odisha.
Yeah, there are a lot of big industries like Alcola Steel Plant, Nalco, MCL, and a lot of industries. Because ancillary status, there are 20 years back there was a status called ancillary status, but right now it is not there. It is because the tendering process is there. Every CPSC is having their own tendering process. So whoever will be L1, the L1 party will supply the material. So ancillary status is no way concerned with tendering process. So it is actually affecting. So the number of units, ancillary units, it's not coming on because of one is the status is not there, Another part is in Odisha, for getting that ancillary status, you need to invest more. So that sort of investment in MSME sector, in particularly ancillary sector, is not coming up. That's a challenge.
So, if you talk about the uniqueness of your unit, so how you will define it?
We are having a unique product, and our designs are unique. We are having more than 100 varieties, 100 designs, you can say. We have having our own basket. So customers are there, government is our big buyer, private players are buying. So our product is very much unique, and we are supplying throughout the state and most of the parts of country, and we are planning for export also. We have getting inquiries from Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, and we are getting orders from Nepal also. So we are doing well, and hopefully we next 3-4 years we will be in good position, right?
If you ask how tough is it to start a business in Odisha?
That's a very tricky question. Yes, actually, it's very tough to start any business in Odisha. There are a lot of people who are coming to business without any knowledge. Say, and one another aspect is somebody is doing good in any sector, all the people will follow that aspect. You can say spice. There are 2-3 big brands coming playing in Odisha. So all the players, all the newcomers, they will go to spice sector. If somebody is doing good in mineral water, everybody will follow that. If somebody is doing good in other sector, people will follow that. But you need to have your own idea, new product, what is the new market demands. You need to follow that. And second thing is, there is not there is a we need a help desk. We need a mentor, who will guide people how to start business in Odisha. What is the procedure? How to, make a DPR? How to get a land? How ease of doing business? Minimum knowledge of ease of doing business and all. What are the facilities government is giving? That part we are actually lagging behind. So we need to work in that. We need to guide people. We need to give mentorship to the young entrepreneurs.
So, according to you, what is the key to success? Is it capital or idea?
Idea is always there. Capital, obviously capital is required. But if you are having one good idea, today or tomorrow you will get fund. Anybody will fund you if you are having that much powerful good idea with you.
So, how do you see your journey as an entrepreneur so far?
So far, initial days were very struggling because we are having a lot of liabilities. So clearing that liabilities, we have struggled a lot. But right now we are doing well. And entrepreneur's life is, it's industry. You can say you put everything in dust and try. So entrepreneur's life is always struggling. You can say today my business is running well, tomorrow it may not. So in between, I have to diversify or add new product or adapt new technology. So industry is something, always you have to innovate, and always you have to diversify, always you have to work hard, and as per market demand you have to think for next 10 to 5 years, and we have to work in that line.
For you, how do you see competition in the business sector?
Competition is always there. You just cannot say that there is no competition for any product. Competition will be there, and competition actually makes us more professional. We are working very hard because of competitors only, and we are learning from our competitors. So competition should be there, and competition makes you more more professional, more ethical. Competitive world, I love competition.
So, if you talk about the Make in Odisha initiative, so do you think a lot more needs to be done from the government side?
Government is doing a lot right now because since last 5-6 years, government is doing a lot. Every state they are moving, even abroad also. Recently, Honorable CM went to Japan. There are a lot of big industries are coming, but we need some anchor industries. We need some automotive industry. We need some bike industries. We need any cycle industry, which actually that anchor industry will create more jobs, more MSMEs. That is where we are lagging behind. Steel plant is, yes, 50,000 crore steel plant, but the job is only 1,000. So per crore of investment in terms of employability is very less. So we need to focus in that aspect to call some anchor industry which will create more job and more MSMEs.
So, have you given some representations to the government, or what are the areas that needs to be developed in Odisha in particular?
Yes, we are always, we are always in touch with the government. Government is always, with a lot of committees, lot of suggestions, we always give to government. Recently, Chief Secretary called us and he listened us for around 2.5 hours, and we convey our, what are the grievances, and we gave lot of suggestions. He also advised us to do a lot of things. So government is very proactive and we are working with the government right now. We are giving lot of suggestions, before making any policy, government is always in touch with, and we are as an association, we are always there for policy making, policy advocacy. So government, we are with working with the government. Yes, not 100%, but 70 to 80% suggestions government accepts right now.
So, if you want to give any suggestions to the state government for any improvement of the MSME sector, what would be?
I would give you, one suggestion. Please implement your own policies in its true spirit. That is what I want to suggest the government. Because our policy is one of best policies in India. Yes, I also would like to suggest make all the leasehold lands to freehold. Because of leasehold land, there are a lot of constraints, getting land from government and industry and expansion, and over the time we are getting a lot of problems. So leasehold lands should be freehold after, after running successful running of 10 to 15 years or 20 years. Leasehold lands should be converted to freehold. That will it will help in growing any industry.
What are the upcoming ventures of OSMI?
OSME is working very closely for development of clusters. We are lagging behind in clusters in Odisha. So we are currently working in engineering cluster at Cuttack, engineering cluster at Gajapati, garment cluster at Cuttack, Bhubaneswar, cashew cluster at Gajapati. These are the clusters are coming up, but engineering cluster is working very fast. The construction work is going on, and it will be operational in January 2024. Government is very proactive in supporting these clusters, and every 15 days government is following up and taking reviews for this establishment of this cluster. Government of India, state government, both are supporting this common facility center and have funded, and this is a PPP kind of project, and it will change the entire ecosystem of engineering manufacturing in Odisha. It will support general engineering, fabrication. There is a lot of scopes for defense engineering manufacturing also. So this is a very good venture which is coming up, and I hope it will have a big impact in coming days.
So, how these engineering clusters will help you in your business?
Yes, obviously this engineering cluster will certainly help in my business. There are a lot of machines which individually I cannot put in my factory. I cannot take that much of financial burden, keeping in the market and competition. But certainly, though the common facility center and the facilities which are coming in that place, certainly that will help me like anything. The cost will certainly it will decrease, and the quality of my product will increase. And these are the two things. When you are getting a good quality product at a lesser price, automatically your market will automatically grow. And other than that, in my particular product, I can diversify a lot of things. I can manufacture a lot of other things which currently I am unable to do. So that's a big big opportunity I'm looking into. After establishment of this common facility center, I am certainly very much enthusiast to go into defense sector. So I'm certainly focusing on defense sector after this cluster is coming up.
Do you think the use of technology has also helped, or it is helping the businesses to grow?
Obviously, today the time is technology. Time is in your hand right now. Mobile phone is doing everything. So technology is you have to accept that technology is playing a big role in our life. So technology definitely will boost anybody's industry in any field. Technology has a very active role to play in everybody's business.
Sir, do you feel the need for artificial intelligence in business?
Yes, AI is playing roles in our day-to-day life, and it will definitely next. I think 3 to 4 year AI will run industries in the world, and it is running, but yet to involve in our life. But I believe there are certain machineries which are coming in our common facility center for engineering that will use of AI, and AI will certainly help us in many things, productivity, qualitative, and it will definitely help us.
So, what would be your suggestion or advice to the youngsters who want to become entrepreneurs like you?
My suggestion would be confident, don't be overconfident. Please try to take guidance from the seniors, try to find out good mentors, and we are always there. I always helps peoples. I am there for the young entrepreneurs. Any time of guidance, any type of guidance, we are there. And yes, if anybody having his own idea, it can be a good venture always. So this is my suggestion to the new generation.
Thank you, Mr. Swain, for talking to us.
Thank you so much.